Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about India and Nepal relations, a turmoil under recovery. Let's first talk about why is it in the news. India and Nepal shares a border of around 1850 kilometers. Not only that, both these nations share strong economic as well as cultural ties also. But recently, after the completion of 80 kilometers of link road of India, Nepal objected to it, claiming Kala Pani area its territory and this road intruding into its territory. Nepal government released new political map afterwards, claiming not only Kala Pani but Limfjordura also as its territory, to which India completely rejected. Now, after this issue raising, let's talk about what are the importance of both the countries towards each other. Let's first talk about why Nepal is important to India as a neighbor. The first point being is, since Nepal is a neighboring nation, it plays a very vital role in India's foreign policy. And nonetheless, be it geographical, cultural or economic ties, in all terms, Nepal is our great neighbor. Next point is, since it's one of the leading nations in Southeast region, hence it is a inseparable and very important part in regional groupings such as BIMSTEC, SAARC, etc. And as per the latest data, India exports to Nepal goods worth 6.38 billions and imports goods worth 437 million, which shows how the trade is skewed towards India. Also, you must not forget that it acts as a buffer zone between China and India, hence in strengthening India's security. Now let's talk about how Nepal is dependent on India for its needs. India and Nepal signed a peace and friendship treaty way back in 1950s, which even now enables Nepal to buy armaments from India to strengthen its security. India also provides Nepal the access of its ports at Kolkata and Visakhapatnam for its maritime trade, and many more in future also. Not only that, Indian companies have invested hugely in different sectors across Nepal, be it electricity, tourism, construction, etc. India occupies nearly two-thirds of Nepal's trade and is sole fuel supplier for this nation. And we should not forget, India is the first responder to any disaster in Nepal, be it earthquakes, floods or any other, since Nepal is located in a sensitive zone geographically. And India also provides training to Nepal's workforce, be it civil servants or any of their workers. Not only that, India also conducts a joint exercise with Nepalese army for their modernizations and training purpose known as Surya Kiran, a joint exercise. And to improve connectivity across Nepal, many projects are underway. Examples are rail link between Raxaul and Kathmandu, and the completed way before within the deadline pipeline between Motihari to Amlekganj, which plays a very crucial role in Nepal's economy and serving to its needs. Now let's specifically talk about what is the current status of this issue. Since the construction of 80 kilometers of link road which connects Dharchula of Pithoragarh district to Lipu Lake by BRO, Nepal has started claiming that it passes through its territory and giving a reference to the Treaty of Sugauli in 1816, which says that Kali or Mahakali River divides the border between the two nations. And with that, Nepal further came on claiming that not only that, but Limfjordura is also its part. When on a map we look at the source of Kali River, we found that as we move towards its source, it gets divided into two parts. That is the eastern front and the western front. Nepal says that the eastern part is the original source of the river, hence claiming Limpiadura and Kalapani. But India rightly says that western part is the real source, so proves its point. Now let's look at the reasons for this turmoil. India recently banned the imports of palm oil from Nepal, which hugely impacted the economy of Nepal. The another reason is way back in 2017, Nepal joined China's aspirational Belt and Road Initiative, further triggering India to act against it. Not only that, China's increasing influence in Nepal's political system compels it to bow down in front of China. Also, there is very hefty investment by China as a part of its checkbook diplomacy, just like the African nations. China has also allowed Nepal the access of 3 of its ports to Nepal so as to decrease its dependency on India for its needs. And further, delay in Indian projects due to Nepal's own issue, be it land acquisition or be it management. In any terms, it leads to further delaying the project in Nepal by India. Now let's look out for the solutions and the way ahead. First solution can be resolution of border dispute through proper diplomatic channels and ensuring the peace and friendship between the two nations. The second solution could be faster completion of the projects in Nepal to save Nepal from falling into the debt trap of China and proper impetus to it. Further, more and more trade can be done between the two nations so as to strengthen the economy of not only India but Nepal also. And as we know, it has happened due to the emergence of aspiration of current political leadership of Nepal. As the time passes by, things will definitely change. But for that, local population must not suffer. Hence, whatever decision will be taken should be taken in accordance of it. And last but not the least, very rightly said that India and Nepal not only shares the borders or the economic ties, but shares a roti-beti relationship. Thank you everyone. Keep tuned in and many more to come.